Hey, I got Jesse Repay here. He's the head men's basketball coach, Florida College Falcons. Coach, you get your first win as a head coach at the Falcons. What's it feel like?
Man, it's incredible. You dream about this as you grow up and think about being a coach, which I wanted to do my whole life. And you think about those opportunities that may come, and you never know if they ever will come. And, when that opportunity comes and you have to put together a team, and you put together that team in a month, and then you get them to play together, and you get them to play your style. It's just really, it's incredible to be a part of. But, this has nothing to do with me. I know that I have the name head coach on the placard, but, man, these guys just battled so hard and battled through adversity. And a lot of these guys last chances or first chances or no chances before they came in and trusted me, and here we go.
I want to talk about the game, but I saw you put something out a few minutes after the game that you said you couldn't believe the buy-in. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that Coach Teichman had a great career here and left really late in the summer, and we had big shoes to fill. I mean, 100 wins in 4 years, and some great players that were part of that roster, and pretty much all of them left. And so we had a month to build a relationship over the phone and get guys to believe in us, and then believe in what we stand for as a Florida college culture. And then they had to put it together in ways that some of them have never done before. And then they had to believe in a first-time head coach and a first-time assistant coach. And a lot of that's easy to say, but it's really hard to actually do. And to watch these guys just totally buy into the culture, buy into the idea of what we can be if they just put it all together, for a game, for a season, whatever you want to call it, it's incredible. It's incredible to watch these guys play.
That's got to be really rewarding because as Coach Teichman did such a great job there, and to be able to get those guys to buy in. And I mean, it just sounds like it's all coming together.
Yeah. It's fun because this is what we live for. We want to be part of this game. We love this game. And to do it at a high level like this, only 6% of student athletes out of high school get to do this. And to watch these guys who may have not had offers late in the summer or had offers that fell through, but trust in us and come out and just decide that, hey, I'm going to put all my ego to the side and buy into a culture that I was never a part of before, and believe in what championship qualities they have, and trust in these coaches that have been there before as assistants and see it through. I mean, that stuff is, you can't pay for that. You can't find it easily. But, man, Coach Matt Simpson and Coach Bob Rail, they did a great job of finding guys that fit our culture, and then we did a great job of molding them over the last several months into what Florida College Falcons mean.
Before we go any further, let's talk a little bit more about Matt. You talked about bringing guys in and buying in. I mean, he's the ultimate guy for that. He really helped put Florida College on the map. I call him the kid from Plant City. I found a high school picture of him when he was young in high school, and he was just a real skinny guy. But he grew up, and he was a prolific scorer. But how much has he brought to getting these guys to buy in and getting maintaining that momentum for Florida College?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's not easy to find quality assistant coaches that also want to be paid nearly nothing and do a job that requires you to be there night in and night out and stay up till 4 a.m. crunching film. But he's one of the hardest workers I've ever been around, and this is just being as coach and now being a colleague.
Yeah.
Just watching him develop into this coaching role, and I don't know if he wants this for the rest of his life, but I do know that he brings some know-how, he brings some grit, he brings some determination that is respected in the Florida College world, and it's respected in the NAI world. And to be able to prove that with stats and accolades is great, but to be able to articulate it and to show it is something that not everybody has that ability to do, and Matt definitely does. And that's why he was the first call I made as soon as I got the job. I was not hesitant on that. I wanted to bring somebody in that could prove that this stuff can be done at this school and that it could be done at a high level. And Matt was an obvious choice. And not to mention, he's from Plant City. He wants to live in Plant City for the rest of his life. And we're right down the road, and he bleeds the red and white. So to me, it was a no-brainer, and he's just amazing to have here.
And then real quick to put a kind of a bow on that, I understand last night there was a ceremony and his jersey got retired.
Yes, sir.
What an honor. He deserved it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I told him that, he was grit matched with determination. He was passion matched with, qualities of competition that you just can't buy. He was an ultimate teammate. He always deflected too. So he would hate for me to be talking to him about him now. But
Too
in
bad,
that same
Matt.
breath, yeah, he's just an incredible human being to be around.
Hey, you guys played really well today. You shot, 56%. You shot almost 50% from the field. You won the board significantly. Malik Beauford, he led you with 22 points, 5 rebounds. Talk about his game.
Yeah, Malik is a guy that I was super excited about. He's one of our first commits, and we saw him as a defensive guy that could get some rebounds and maybe get a couple points, but he was going to be kind of sixth man off the bench and see what he could do. But as we got him into the system, total buy-in, and his unrelenting work ethic is what put him in position to do what he did today. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if he'll be able to put up 22 points a game, but I do know that he's going to do everything in his power to win. If that means he's got to lock down the best defender, he's going to try and do that to the best of his ability. And if he has to score 20 points, he's going to do everything he can to do that. So I absolutely love him. Coach Hopkins is who he played for at Big Bend, and he and I talk all the time about just how great of a kid this kid is, and we just got so lucky to find him.
Coach, you got to talk about Johnny Torrence, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He did a little bit of everything today.
Johnny is tonight was who Johnny was, what we expected him to be all year. And yesterday he had a tough game, but he responded. He responded in the way that we knew he would and he could. He's going to be the engine that makes us go. He's going to be the guy that, you're going to see on the stat sheets a lot offensively. But tonight was kind of his coming out party, kind of cementing his role as our leader on the stat sheet. And I'm just so proud of him. He works so hard. He's an unbelievable student, nearly 4.0 student in his career. And he takes that same work ethic from the classroom over to the basketball court. Certainly he has some growth to do, and he knows that. But to me, this is all part of it. This is all part of it.
I can't let you go. One of the teams that really opened some eyes there this weekend was Milligan. You were telling me last night they're really big. They got a big win today as well. They started out the season 2-0 with 2 quality wins. They look pretty good, don't they?
They are massive, and they are coached really well, and they do their job in every level. I have a lot of respect for that program. I know that they did not have a season like they wanted last year, but I will tell you this year will be different, and it's going to be tough to beat them. They had an incredible weekend, and their coaching staff couldn't be more friendly, more gracious, which it's hard to lose to a team like that because what are you going to say to them? But
yeah.
Also, they're just great people, and I'm happy for them. Obviously we wish we would have got the win. I'm sure Weber does too, but at the end of the day, they came down here with a game plan, and they executed it, and they brought in some pieces that are tough. They're tough to guard. They are 6'7" across the board, and then they put in a 7-footer, and it's hard to score in the paint. So if you're not hitting threes, which we did not last night, you have no chance.
Wow.
And then they put in a press, and they have this zone that is very well coached, and these guys bought in completely. So I'm impressed with them. I'll definitely take some notes from them. But, I think our guys battled pretty hard against them.
Yeah, you did. You played a good game.
Yeah, I was impressed with our defense in that game. Obviously, we wish we would have shot it better, but that's what they do to you. They make you be a three-point shooting team, and if you don't have three-point shooters or you're not willing to shoot it, you're going to have a tough night. I really have a lot of respect for their coaching staff and for that team.
And, Coach, I thought, Trinity College, a USCAA team from there in Tampa, I thought they came into the tournament and really acquitted themselves well, don't you?
They were incredible.
Yeah.
We have played them several times in the past couple of years, and the games get lopsided sometimes, but they definitely play hard to the last whistle.
Yeah.
And I love talking to their coach. He's a gracious guy. He loves his guys. He teaches them the game the right way. And obviously they're undersized, but they don't care. They just go out and play as hard as they can, and that's awesome. I love playing against them because they teach us to be a better team because they play so hard as a team. But I also know they wish they would have gotten the win. They think they had an opportunity both nights, and I think they're going to be tough in their league, really tough.
Well, Coach, I really appreciate you taking a few minutes. I know you've been busy with your family after the game, but to take a few minutes and talk to us, I just want to tell you again, congratulations on that first win. That's a big one.
I really appreciate that. I always got time for you guys. You guys have been a great ambassador to the NAI, and I've always enjoyed following you guys, and I know Coach Teichman has had great conversations with you as well. So I really appreciate you having me on.
Oh, thank you very much. It's Jesse Repay. He's the head men's basketball coach at Florida College. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.